What if I told you that sugar might be rewiring your brain right now? It sounds extreme, but the truth is, sugar affects your brain the same way addictive drugs do. It floods your system with dopamine, triggering a rush of pleasure that keeps you coming back for more. The more sugar you eat, the more your brain craves it, trapping you in a cycle of addiction without you even realizing it. But that's just the beginning, because sugar doesn't just change your cravings, it changes your brain itself. Every time you eat something sweet, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical triggered by addictive substances like nicotine and cocaine. But here's the problem. The more sugar you consume, the less sensitive your brain becomes to dopamine. That means you need even more sugar to feel the same level of pleasure. Over time, this leads to dependence, making it harder to cut back. This is why quitting sugar can feel like withdrawal. It's not just a habit, it's an addiction. Ever feel mentally drained or struggle to focus after eating too much sugar? That's because sugar creates a roller coaster effect in your brain. When you consume sugary foods, your blood sugar levels spike, giving you a temporary energy boost. But soon after, they crash, leaving you feeling sluggish, unfocused, and even irritable. This rapid rise and fall in blood sugar can interfere with memory, concentration, and decision-making. Over time, excessive sugar intake can wear down your brain's ability to function properly, making it harder to stay sharp and alert. Think sugar helps you relax? Think again. Consuming too much sugar triggers the release of cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. This leads to increased feelings of anxiety, restlessness, and even mood swings. Studies show that diets high in sugar can make the brain more sensitive to stress, making it harder to cope with everyday challenges. If you've ever felt jittery or overwhelmed after a sugar binge, your brain's stress response may be out of balance. Too much sugar doesn't just affect how you feel, it can physically change your brain. Studies have linked high sugar consumption to reduced brain volume, particularly in areas responsible for memory and learning. Over time, excessive sugar intake can lead to cognitive decline, increasing the risk of conditions like Alzheimer's disease. This is why some researchers even call Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes, as poor blood sugar control is directly linked to brain deterioration. If you struggle with falling or staying asleep, sugar could be the culprit. Eating sugar late in the day can interfere with melatonin production, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. High sugar intake also spikes blood sugar, causing restless nights and frequent wake-ups. Poor sleep in turn affects your brain's ability to repair itself, leading to even more brain fog, mood swings, and difficulty concentrating the next day. Ever feel happy and energized after eating something sweet, only to crash and feel irritable later? That's because sugar triggers inflammation in the brain, which is directly linked to mood disorders like depression and anxiety. The quick dopamine rush makes you feel good temporarily, but once your blood sugar drops, so does your mood. Over time, this cycle of highs and lows can leave you feeling mentally exhausted and emotionally unstable. Excessive sugar intake can weaken the connections between brain cells, making it harder to learn and retain information. Research has shown that diets high in sugar reduce neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and form new memories. This means that the more sugar you consume, the more likely you are to experience forgetfulness and difficulty processing new information. If you've ever struggled to remember something after a sugar binge, your diet could be affecting your memory. Sugar doesn't just make you crave more sweets, it can make you overeat in general. It disrupts the balance of hunger hormones like ghrelin and leptin, which control when you feel hungry and full. When you consume too much sugar, your body becomes resistant to leptin, the hormone that signals when you've had enough to eat. This leads to constant cravings, overeating, and weight gain, which in turn affects brain function and mental clarity. Too much sugar speeds up brain aging by increasing oxidative stress and inflammation. This damages brain cells over time, making it harder for your brain to repair itself. Studies show that high sugar intake is linked to a greater risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. In short, the more sugar you eat, the faster your brain wears down. The good news? Your brain can heal. Cutting back on sugar, eating nutrient-rich foods, and staying hydrated can help restore brain function and improve mental clarity. Foods high in antioxidants, healthy fats, and fiber can support brain health and reduce inflammation. Even small changes, like swapping sugary snacks for whole foods, can make a huge difference in how your brain feels and functions. Sugar isn't just bad for your body. It's changing your brain in ways you might not realize. From memory loss to mood swings, sugar impacts almost every part of how you think and feel. Try cutting back on sugar for a week and see how your brain responds. If you found this eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating brain facts.